Word Balloon is brought to you by the League of Word Balloon Listeners. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. It's time for another Star Trek rewatch. Hi. I forgot my Starfleet pin. I'm sorry. But, it's John, Mitch, and Francis all back again to talk about episode 5 of Star Trek Discovery, a.k.a. Hey, look, it's the Federation.
That's all that exists right now.
They seem to, based on the flag and what they initially told us, I really was expecting like kind of a rickety carnival ride left, like a bad tilt-a-whirl. Welcome to Starfleet. And it looks pretty teched out for, hey, we can't get anywhere.
Yeah, they seem to be doing fine on their own. We're going to jump right into it. We're going to start talking about that then? All right.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I don't know. Let's general impressions. What did everybody think?
First off, I had no commercials on my show for a 45-minute, which is crazy.
Isn't that interesting?
Because you look forward to them on a long show because you want to go to the bathroom or something. I'm like, oh my God, this thing's not stopping. I could have hit pause, I suppose. But the first time I ever had that happen, where the whole show just went on without. And I finally learned one of the characters' names, and she left the fucking show. I was like, I just found out her name.
Braceface. Yeah, I forget her name already. Braceface.
Non. I wrote it down. Non.
Right. Non.
N-O-N, like Nog.
I was just saying that, or like Kryptonian Non from Phantom Zone.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, much like Robot Girl, boy, we sure learned a lot about you. See you later.
I'm writing the characters' names down so we could talk about them. What do you call her? Robot Girl? The navigator?
Braceface. She's Braceface. She's not the navigator. Navigator is Detmer.
Detmer. Okay.
Detmer, but she's Eyepiece Girl.
Well, don't worry about it, Mitch. As soon as you learn the name and they give them a little bit of airtime, they leave.
I know. I was like, wait, what? Was she leaving the show? Detmer. That's it.
I'm putting up observations really fast just because we'll get to them. Should we ask? Should we ask? All right.
I think every episode doesn't need Burnham, but
I know
that goes without saying. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So no, Robot Girl is not Detmer, Dante. Robot Girl was the one that died in season 2. It's all about you, Michael. It's all about you.
Right.
And they give her the big funeral that lasts longer than Mr. Spock's funeral.
No. Detmer's the redhead, right? With the thing
with the eyepiece. Yeah, with the eyepiece.
Okay, just making sure. All right. And
Yep. And
gotcha.
Biggs or Briggs is the black guy on the bridge. They did say the Asian guy's name today on the bridge, but I didn't pay attention enough to write it down.
He must be somebody of importance because they let him be in charge of the bridge. I was like, what's this? They go, so you have the helm. I'm like, or the chair.
Well, he's dying next episode then.
Yeah, I know.
I thought Debbie Downer had the bridge. I thought the blonde had the bridge.
At the beginning, and then when they went down on the plant ship, they left the
Asian guy?
that guy in charge. Yeah.
Okay.
And where was Saru the whole show? Was he taking a nap? So It seemed odd. He wasn't there.
Yeah, he was on Starfleet. They were holding him hostage.
Oh,
Right.
that's right. He was over there. Okay, that
Right.
makes sense. All right.
This is great. This is a great show. Everybody watches the same show. Nobody pays attention to anything.
I tell you, I actually had to watch the Ready Room today with Will Wheaton, which is weird, John. I'm going to ask you this. You know how
I haven't been watching. Tell me.
No. You know how your iPhone listens to you and like you'll talk about, oh, I want to get a coconut, and suddenly you get all these ads for coconuts on your show. I don't know. As soon as Discovery ended, I walked downstairs. I picked up my iPhone. Facebook alerted me for some reason that Will Wheaton was doing a live Ready Room with the actress that played Nan, and I'm like, why is it telling me? I watched it. I watched the whole Ready Room. It was like 20 minutes, but I don't know why it did that, and I never watched it before, but it was okay.
Algorithms.
It is. I was like, well, it's telling me to watch this, and I was going to text you to watch it. It was like at 9:30.
Did you watch the episode on your phone?
No, I watched it on my Fire, the Kindle Fire thing.
Oh, well, same difference.
Yeah, maybe they're talking to each other.
Yeah, something. It was really creepy, but
Can you believe Mitch is watching this crap still? I know.
He wasn't that bad today. He was in a suit and tie, and his beard was trimmed a little bit. And they talked about how the actress that plays Nan has never been to a con in her life, and she's hoping to do them after the show's over. I mean, the COVID's over. And here's what his response was. I don't know what this means. There's a non-zero chance I will see you at a con someday. Does that mean he's not going to see her ever?
Non-zero. That means he's going to see her maybe.
Yeah.
He's got like a double negative.
Yeah, double negative. So therefore, it's like, yeah.
He's
clever. He's morning show radio clever.
He
That's
said
fantastic.
that. I'm looking, and she kind of looked at him too, like, what? What did you say? So,
okay.
Anyway,
all right. Well, general thoughts on the episode. It was okay.
$10.
I still have my problems, but
you owe me $10. He said he was going to hate it.
I know. I said every week. It was just it was a better than average episode.
Yeah, I mean, no, I liked that the Federation was in there. I'm glad.
Can you guess which parts I hated?
Well, yeah, of course. No, the Burnham parts, 100%. Again, she is Culber to her. You're the only person that could talk down the guy that's in and out of phase. Why? It's so annoying. It's like, and also Braceface. I'm never gonna call her Nan. I'm gonna stick to calling her Braceface because she looks like she's got that night brace that like.
Yeah, the orthodontic thing. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like when she goes to bed at night, she's got to put that straightener on.
Exactly. Yes.
Come on, you're making fun of the way she breathes. Why are you making fun of the way she breathes?
I can't help it, man.
How come the makeup on the old Star Trek Next Generation when they had the Drazon or Darzon before, it looked better. That race was on before. You know that, right?
The ones that are wearing cryogenics?
No, remember they had that wormhole that was unstable. It opened up, and the Federation and the Ferengis were trying to get it, and it would open up, and then it closed.
Right.
That's the same race that Braces Girls is from.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
I don't care. Yeah, I didn't care.
We just learned her name was Braceface today.
Exactly.
I only knew. You know how I know? Because Will Wheaton said it. He goes, when this alien race was on Next Generation, they did. And I go, wait, they were on before, so I had to go look it up on the Star Trek.
I have to look at that one. Still, is that the one where? All right, so are they all going after a wormhole? And there's that guy, the guy that's
the slick guy.
It's Beta Z trying to go at the end. All right, I'm gonna have to rewatch that episode.
It's called the Prize, I think. And the two
did they
remember the Ferengi go through the wormhole?
Yes,
they popped up on Voyager.
Yeah. Did the Braceface race? Say that fast 3 times. Did they look the same as they do now on Discovery?
No, that's what I'm saying. On Next Generation, it was just a simple little strap thing that went around their ears. It wasn't like the snappy things that made me think of like when you were a kid.
Nan was before Next Generation.
Oh,
and then she was shunted 3,000 years ahead. So
right, that 100 years difference. They got.
We must make peace with the Braceface race.
The snap
number one.
Thing.
I keep enjoying the nicknames I'm giving for all these people.
I'm sure the Admiral bitch slapped Burnham right there. I said, "Oh, look,
it's about fucking time." It's about because once again, let me shoot my mouth off. Hey, let me remind you that you're a commander and I'm an admiral, and shut the fuck up.
He pulled a Suntress right there.
No, that's like Anne Magnuson or whatever. Admiral, fuck you, to Picard.
Yeah.
And now, isn't that the guy from the Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser? Wasn't he the guy who was protecting the?
Oh, and he got eaten by the Beatles at the end of it. That guy.
I don't remember if he got eaten by the Beatles, but I thought he
He's
might have got eaten by the Rolling Stones. No, he was.
He looked familiar though. I was like,
he was the guy. He was the guy from the desert.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. And also, I didn't recognize David Cronenberg as the guy that's interrogating Giorgio. Mir Giorgio.
That was David Cronenberg?
No,
yeah.
Holy cow.
What do you mean? Why do you keep saying no, it wasn't when yes, it was?
The guy with the glasses?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, isn't that amazing? And last week when they were showing the trailers and they flicked him, I'm like, is Ted Danson going to be on Discovery?
I thought it was. I said the same thing. I'm thinking, oh look, that guy. I was going to refer to him as Ted Danson in my notes. I said Ted Danson guy. That was Cronenberg.
David Cronenberg. He got real old, real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although he always did kind of look wrinkly to me.
Yeah, but he
not that old.
I know who David Cronenberg is, and I did not recognize him.
Did not recognize him. Wow.
But I liked him because he spanked Giorgio a bit.
Oh yeah, he freaked her out obviously because at the end of the episode
he did something to her.
Yeah.
She's stupefied.
Yeah, she was just staring out into space.
Look at Mitch's face. What the hell?
Yeah, I know. It's funny. You're bleeding into your virtual background there.
I dropped something. That's why.
That's all right.
Your whole face was disappearing. Okay, there.
Yeah, there you go.
Not that that's any better, but your whole face was disappearing before.
But yeah, I mean, again, as always, way too much Burnham. Burnham is the solution to everything. Brace face before she goes. She says goodbye. You're the bestest Michael Burnham there ever was in the Michael Burnham universe, and I know I am. Thank you. Yes, I know.
I remember what you said on that funeral episode that was way too long about the funeral.
Yeah. So sadly, I had to watch the Ready Room to see exactly what really happened. So, Braceface is staying aboard the ship with the guy who's dying.
Right.
God forbid she tries to help him. We don't want to do that. So once he's dead, she's going to navigate the seed ship back into the Federation. Why didn't Discovery help it out of that storm cloud before they just took off and say, see ya?
It's small enough you would think that it would have gone in like the shuttle bay.
I thought she was going back to her brace face world.
That's what I thought too.
No, Will Wheaton said that they were headed back to the Federation. I go, they were? Oh, I didn't know that. No, she was going back to her planet because she said, I haven't seen it in all these years. But maybe Will Wheaton was hitting the sauce.
Well, and who's to say that, a couple episodes down the road, Braceface comes back?
I was thinking that too.
Book is coming back next week.
Yes, I saw that.
It took him one whole episode away to become like a prisoner somewhere, and Michael Burnham's got to go fish him out.
Yeah.
Hey, did you notice that Michelle Yeoh spoke better this episode? I was thinking of you because
slightly better.
Her dialogue wasn't all stilted like that when she talks. It was like, oh look, a flowing dialogue. So
yeah, I still am confused, and again, I don't understand why she loves Michael in this motherly way, given that it's not her Michael. But I guess it's as close as she's going to get. And
David Cronenberg was talking about how her universe was moving apart, and they haven't had like a switch over in like 500 years or something like that.
Yep.
And then, so she's definitely all alone. But how does he know what she does? Like,
he kept calling her Empress.
I'm assuming that Starfleet does have a dossier on her.
Okay,
and that again 1,000 years earlier, that it was in the Starfleet records that Discovery had this mirror image
because she was in the Secret Service, and that wasn't well known outside. Everybody,
but it's 1,000 years later. Yeah, but it's like 1,000 years later, so maybe it's not the state secret. It was,
Yeah, but they also mentioned that there was no record of Discovery or its crew in the Starfleet record.
No, the record was that it exploded during that final conflict.
Oh, okay.
So. Yeah. All right, Wayne asks, could Michelle be channeling her inner Shatner with the delivery of her dialogue? No, I don't know what the hell it is. Maybe.
Ooh, maybe that's a good idea.
She's got some kind of weird cadence going on.
Am like Shatner. Yeah. I liked how she blinked the hologram into like a submission.
Yep. I thought that was funny too. Stuart suggests that the Discovery crew is in a simulation being run by Control.
You know what? That's not a bad thing. If they all start blinking their eyes real quick towards the end and they wake up, then you know that they never escape.
I don't think that because of the technology. Technology is way too but still. Yeah, that'd be stupid.
Could you make out any of the other starships? I was trying to look and see what else was there. I saw the Voyager.
The Voyager,
but that was it. But I'm like, what other ships were there?
Well, again, that's where I was confused in terms of, because it is 1,000 years later, and the designs didn't look that different from the Federation.
Right.
But the designs were different. Like some of the designs were actually like hologram, like
Denver even. Denver, like, hey, look, they've got detachable nacelles or whatever the hell it was that they said.
Where do they put the warp core?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they have evergreen trees floating out in the whatever.
Not evergreens. It was a rainforest.
Jeez,
man. This whole episode was about plants, and you just missed the whole thing.
It was about plants, the whole episode.
So Dante asks, will Section 31 be referred to in future episodes, or whatever happened to that division of Starfleet?
Maybe David Cronenberg is Section 31.
I thought he was. Maybe. Wasn't he?
But with Starfleet being so dismantled, would they even have that?
I would think they would, in terms of whatever means to survive, that they'd need a desperate dirty tricks kind of division, by all means necessary, to keep going. But I don't know. We don't know yet. And it's possible. And then that's a very good theory that David Cronenberg might be future Section 31 in some way.
Did you
how long does it take Starfleet to get back on its feet? Because apparently they've been stupid for like 1,000 years.
For 120 years.
Since 120, since the burn.
Since the burn.
And nobody knows about the burn. There's theories, but we don't know.
She asked about it, and even at the end, Saru shut her down. He's like, you know what? From now on, don't just say what you want to say. You got to go through the proper commands.
You know what? I guarantee. I bet you $10 next episode. Guess what she's going to do?
Be insubordinate. Of course she is. She can't help it. Because again, the show is called Star Trek Burnham.
The Michael Burnham show.
Notice how she knew how to fix that alien by using a plant, and like, wow, she's a doctor now. She's like, oh, he's suffering from such and such. We need to go to the seed ship. I'm like, what? Who asked you?
I think they're trying to do the uppityness and the know-it-allness of Spock with her because it's Spock's sister, but it comes off as her being annoying.
I don't think Spock was ever like uppity. It was Spock's suggestions, boom, and then I mean, and that's what's missing. So maybe, although I still don't see why she would have any advanced knowledge,
because she's human and she's a know-it-all stupid ass.
Yeah, but she's been there for 3 or 4 years now. It's like you think by now she would have learned to calm down.
No. You mean in the future? She's only 1 year ahead of Discovery.
No, I mean she's been with these people.
I see.
Yeah, after a while they're like, enough, Mark.
No, they love her. No, are you kidding? Like I said, they had that dinner last week that Saru held, and it was like a Burnham holiday. All right, let's all tell our favorite Burnham stories. I like the time that you shut up for a change. Who said that?
It's like an abusive relationship because she hangs out with all these people, and then she gets in trouble, blows up their ship, has to go to another ship, has gone through like 5 captains already, and then shunts them 1,000 years into the future. But we still love her because she might beat us up. So I don't know.
It is. It's like it is a bad boyfriend girlfriend relationship.
I did during that Wesley Crusher TV show, the
Ready Room.
Somebody did say, "Does anyone else out there think that Burnham has something to do with the burn?" I go, "Yeah, I think she is the reason why
Burnham.
She destroyed all the.
Maybe all the crystals blew up because she
they were sick
radioactified a ham. That's why it's burn ham. So
she radioactified.
It was like a big Easter celebration with pineapples and stuff.
Dante says, I'd rather Saru was the lead on this show. I'm Burnhammed out. Yeah, we all are, man. Again, well, supposedly they listen to feedback. Hopefully we're not the only people that are like, because, it happened with Wesley. Wesley was the solution to half of the episodes in the first season. And enough of the fans are like, hey, you got a whole crew. Maybe they're smart too. Oh, yeah. All right. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He revealed.
Why would they listen to us now? Aren't they to season 4? They haven't listened to us yet.
Well, in that way that they're saying the Pike show is going to be more episodic and self-contained episodes.
I do have to admit that this last episode and this episode were more Star Trek-y and more episodic than they have been in the last couple of years. So for the same reason I liked last week's episode, except for the Burnham parts, I actually kind of liked this week's episode, except for the Burnham parts. Again,
exactly. Yeah.
Oh.
Mario says, Mitch, no matter how many times you reference the Ready Room, I'm not going to watch it.
Hey, it made me watch it. I didn't even seek it out. It was on my phone now, finding me like, you're going to watch this. I'm like, okay, Facebook, I will watch it now. Which is weird because it's live streaming on Facebook. I'm like, I thought you needed to have CBS All Access to watch.
No, Ready Room's even on YouTube.
That's is it? Okay.
Yeah, that's their
so they could get people to watch the show.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, like that worked. But you know what's funny? Will Wheaton told her, he's like, did they let you play with a phaser rifle? They only let me have it once in yesterday's Enterprise, and the props guys told me don't play with it because I'll break it. That's the only time Wesley Crusher had a weapon on all of Star Trek, is that one show. Because she was telling the actress that plays Non or Braceface apparently plays cops on other shows. She was on, I don't know what her other filmography is, but she was saying how she treated the character like it was a police officer, very serious.
Yeah, she's a security officer.
Yeah, she said, I was like Worf. I didn't screw around. I knew what I was doing. I'm like,
no, she
now you're gone.
Yeah, exactly. Way to go. I'm hoping. Now, did they say on the Did they say on the Ready Room that she is gone?
Well, they didn't go that she wouldn't ever come back, but yeah. You know what's so funny?
No, you're not answering. So
they didn't say anything that they did not address it. No.
Okay.
Don't you think it was odd that Starfleet was going to break up the entire crew?
No, actually, I didn't. No, I didn't think that at all. No,
yeah.
In fact, they acted like Starfleet in terms of, hey, you're this ship that is 1,000 years old. You just suddenly show up.
Yeah,
and you want to do your own thing.
So here's my theory.
We don't think so. I don't think any other show would treat any ship from the past or the future that way.
So here's my theory.
Wait. Do you think that if somebody showed up from 900 years ago, they would disperse them all immediately? They wouldn't have them all like debriefed and talk about.
But that's what they're saying, that we're going to debrief your crew
separately.
Yeah. Right.
I just thought they put them all together because
Anyway, and if anything, to show that there's like he said, to make sure your stories are consistent, and also again, you're 1,000 years behind in the tech.
Right.
We will reassign you and re-educate.
They're going to retrograde the ship too. They said that they were going to kind of outfit it or bring it up to code or whatever.
Okay.
So here's my theory. So Michael Burnham is before Kirk time. She's in the Pike time, right?
Yes, 10 years. 10 years before Kirk.
So that's when Starfleet was shit because Michael Burnham's involved. So nothing was happening right. So then they shunt her 1,000 years into the future, and Star Trek gets its act together. Yeah. And now she's coming back and turning it all to shit again. That's my theory. Because she's talking to the Admiral, and the Admiral's like, no, that's not how we're going to do it. We're going to, we're going to disband your crew, retrofit your ship. That's the way Starfleet does it. She's like, no, we don't.
I like Dante's point here, too. Yes, time travel was against the law. I half expected the whole crew to spend the episode in the brig. Yeah, man. Sure. Well, no, they got the temporal cops. We've seen the temporal cops on DS9 and Voyager.
I like the premise. I like the premise that, he kind of believes them, but kind of has them, at arm's length. And that's the way they should have played
it. I totally agree.
You were in disbelief that they were going to disband the whole crew. That's exactly what should have happened.
Also, I read a review and I agreed with the reviewers. Like, thank God they didn't just, hey, Federation and Starfleet are evil now. And it's like, no, that's stupid. Of course not.
No.
Or at least hopefully that won't go that way. At least for now, they seem to be right-minded and still have the values of Starfleet and the Federation. They just need to, they need trust but verify. I mean, and that's they just wanted it verified that Discovery was who they claimed to be. And again, all they had as far as information was that it was destroyed.
Do you think the reason why they took Michelle Yeoh's character off to the side to talk her was because the same reason why in that Star Trek, what was it, Into Darkness, the second one, the reason why Starfleet wanted Khan is because they needed a guy who was hundreds of years in the past because they needed to fight a war against the Klingons, and they needed. Remember, there was this whole story about why they because they needed a savage type of person, and that's why Michelle Yeoh is kind of like that badass from the parallel universe type of thing. And
I'm sure that's kind of the clunky writing reason.
It's stupid though, because it's a storyline that's been done.
I
know, but I was like, why did they just out of nowhere? She was just in a room with that guy. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, you know what bothers me, because I've been thinking about this a lot, and this is Spock's sister basically, and he kind of has like this relationship, and she's never mentioned ever. So not even in the Kelvin universe, when he's with Christopher Pike on his deathbed, he should have said, "Hey, nobody knows about her in this timeline. I have a sister." It was never mentioned. It still bothers me.
Because
that goes without saying, but again, you just have to accept it. I don't disagree with you.
I don't accept Burnham. Just on.
I understand. No. I'm not a fan either.
I made a note. Was Dr. Culber like Stephen Colbert? Is that how we say it? Was he? Is every line delivery he does happy as could be? Yes.
Yeah, he is a very positive guy.
Everyone is going to die in 3 days. His daughter and wife are dead. Isn't that great? I was like, dude, why are you smiling? Maybe his acting style.
It was a plant ship. Maybe he was high.
Maybe.
And also regarding why when you were questioning why they separated Giorgio, everyone in the crew had separate interrogations.
Mm-hmm.
So
your favorite character, Tig Notaro, was eating nachos.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, they did show that real quick.
God.
Yeah,
I knew that would bother you.
I mean, she's an asshole. I mean,
I like
her. Yeah, at least I know.
That's the idea. That's the idea. Jet Reno.
She's Reno, but I know her. I go, oh, Reno.
Janet Reno. That's her name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you know she's going to turn the chair around and sit like that? Like, hey, blow a snot rocket on the floor. Like,
who does that?
I don't know.
She just seems
my
like
back hurts.
Remember that show, The Real World, that had Judd Winnick on it? And there was a guy named Puck that was like eating peanut butter with his fingers.
He was disgusting.
Yes, she's kind of like that character. Like, I don't give a shit.
I love talking to Judd about Real World because I never watched it. And I know all these names, and it just kind of cracks me up that like Judd was. It's like that's cool, but I was. That's what I'm like the public television person. Oh, we don't watch commercial TV.
I like at the back of Voyager's shuttle bay, just a wide open thing. Like, what the hell, man?
Well, I like that they have brake lights. Did you notice that?
What it was?
They did a little bit. They did a little bit of the ship porn.
They did. They
did. But when they showed the back end of the Discovery, they had brake lights. I love that. They should have had a third one right behind the saucer.
Yeah,
so high. So this way
exactly, for the windshield. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, where the signal light was on. Yeah, yeah. I forgot they were doing the Starship porn. Ooh, they're all like again. Everybody,
but it looked good.
Stop what they were doing and went to the glass window to watch everything. Like
again, as far as this like design, new Star Trek is fantastic with design. Everything looks really cool. They're cheap at times, like the both the Federation fleet and the Romulan fleets that face each other in Star Trek Picard, where it gets very cut and pasty. Yeah, but I mean, certainly not in Discovery tonight with Starfleet headquarters. That looked amazing.
And then what was it behind? Some type of subspace field that you couldn't see it, like Wakanda. You had to go through it.
Yeah, it was a shield generated by all the ships that were in there, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So what do they do now since there's no big Federation?
That's the other thing.
They're growing a rainforest.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what is your function, sir?
Yeah, they're not like
fear not
police of the universe. So.
Yeah, fear not, because Burnham will take that upon her shoulders and recreate all of Starfleet.
That's why she's holding the flag behind you, Mitch.
Yeah, that's right.
But that was the other thing is like it's so weird that
it's so weird.
It's so weird. Faster, Gina, faster. It is weird because like again, you go back to that guy who was on the star base, the defunct star base, and he's got the flag and it's only got 9 stars.
Yes.
And now we know that the Kelpians and Braceface's race are now part of the Federation.
The Darzan.
So, what are they called?
Darzan, like Tarzan, but it would be Darzan.
The Dawson.
Maybe
Otherwise
we'll
known
get
as
an
the
episode of that
Braceface
with
race.
Pike series.
What's that?
What?
Maybe we'll get the Kelpians joining Starfleet in the Pike series.
I would think that it would take them a couple hundred years from a technology standpoint to.
Oh, fine. Just ruin everything.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying.
But Michael Burnham was on the planet, so everything will be fine.
Maybe. Oh, that's funny. Wayne's like Burnham is going to find the Genesis device and activate it. Genesis! Genesis is planet forbidden. I love that guy.
With the weird
Marty, I have the Genesis device.
Give me Genesis.
His mouth was moving.
I was watching the Taxi episode last week when he becomes a cabbie. What does the yellow light mean? Slow down.
What does?
Yellow. I like when he had to check.
Yeah, I know he is every 2 or 3 times.
He forgot.
Hey, yellow.
Yeah. Slow down.
Who knew that one day that guy would be a ship captain?
That's right.
Yeah, Commander Krug. Exactly. Give me Genesis. I like when he speaks Klingon as well. Tokne. When he's telling him target engines only. Don't blow up the ship.
You know what the other Klingon said? I don't know where Marty is. That's what he
said.
said.
Exactly. That was John Larroquette as Mulch.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's
was it
right.
really? I never made that. Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that was in Mulch. Chow Chu. Yeah.
Joey Chu. Exactly.
What do you call it?
I don't deserve to live. Fine, I'll kill you later.
Did you like how each character had to give their 30-second elevator pitch on what they did previously? It's like, I was dead and I came back to life, and I was once this.
Yeah, that's an attempt at humor.
I was okay with that though.
It was fine, whatever. Then I blew my hair out, and
Tilly for some
I became a whore.
Some reason,
Tilly, thank you.
Tilly's there's a character. There's a character that did a complete turnaround for me because I found Tilly completely annoying at the beginning.
Oh, see,
I kind of like her now.
No, now it's the opposite. I used to like her. Now I'm like, oh god, it's her.
I never liked her, and when she was with Saru and making negotiations with Cal before they killed Cal, that is the conceit of Discovery writing. Oh, let's learn everything we want to about a character and then kill them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because that happened to Cal in the bar.
Yeah. That's what I said to Mitch before. You got to watch out because if they start explaining everything about a character, that character's dying soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Dying or ejected out of the
airlock
exactly. Or something.
It's all about you, Michael.
When Tilly started eating the little frog eggs, I got upset. Oh, that was Yoda.
Wrong show.
Wrong
show.
Damn it.
Yep. Yeah. So there you go. Wow, is it? I was going to say it's only been a half hour.
We don't get as angry as this show as we did at Lower Decks.
Because again, at this point, I'm beaten. Like it's like, all right, it's the Michael Burnham show. I wish it wasn't.
I do have to admit that the last couple episodes have been better for me. I mean,
slightly.
More Star Trek-y. As long as they go more Star Trek-y, less Burnham with each episode, I'll be okay.
Well, and I look forward to whenever the symbiote inside of Adira's wakes up and they are really communicating to each other, because I thought that was interesting with the Admiral.
Well,
kind of stiff arming Adira. I know. Oh, yeah, and that's right. The music. Everyone seems to know this song. Well, by the way, that's from Galactica with All Along the Watchtower. Mm-hmm. They do the same thing, and again, it's like you fuckers have no original ideas whatsoever, none, and it just drives me crazy. It's like, okay, all right, if you say so. Aren't we brilliant? No, not really. I don't understand. It just disappoints me, and I'm just weary at this point. I really am. I'm just I wish that it was a better show, and I'd like it more.
You guys want to skip next week?
Why?
Like, no, but
I think
you
sound weary.
I do think. I wonder how they're going to handle. Like, will they show a new episode on Thanksgiving? Do you think?
Oh,
because I'll be honest, I don't know if I can make it Thanksgiving because we got this Black Friday event coming up.
We have one more week before then, though.
Wait a minute.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
it's 2 weeks away. Yeah.
Actually, they did that in Disney. They skipped a week for the Mandalorian. I think it was like Christmas, and they kind of pushed it back a week.
Okay.
Who knows?
And they showed an episode right before the movie came out.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Yeah, they did.
So they moved it up. Whatever they skipped, I think they moved up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they did. Yeah.
Much better show. I'm sure you're having a much better time, Mitchie, on your Mandalorian podcast than you are on this show.
Yeah, we all smile on that one. Wasn't that cool? Yeah, wasn't it cool?
I liked the second episode. I thought it was fine. Some of my friends were like, "Yeah, I didn't like it."
Are we talking about the Mandalorian now?
We're doing it again. Exactly. We may as well. Talk about a goddamn sci-fi show we like. Jesus Christ.
No. So okay, what's going to happen with Michelle Yeoh's character? They're going to do. Why was she staring off into space? Because
he freaked her out.
I
think either he freaked her out, or he did something to her, or both. But I kind of think they freaked her out.
And why did he have eyeglasses on in the 31st century?
It makes him look cool.
Makes him look
smarter.
Yeah.
Because he's David Cronenberg.
Which is now a whole new thing now. I'm like, wow, that was David Cronenberg. Wow.
Yeah.
No, it's like when
I'm gonna wait for Jeremy Irons and his twin to show up.
It's like when David Lynch showed up in Louis and was the producer that helps Louis C.K. get ready to do a late night show. And it's a totally David Lynch type of character. Funny as hell.
And Werner Herzog is on The Mandalorian.
Yes, hello. I hope you don't mind, but this trade is quite important to me.
Famous directors on these sci-fi shows.
I kind of dig it when that happens. Absolutely. So, and again, even he spoke better than poor Michelle Yeoh. So, what do I want to do now?
Well, now she speaks like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, or again, she's in the stupor.
And she just took the guy's little lapel thing, just smashed it. I'm like, what a dick. And they're like, oh, can I see your little badge? Sure. Hey, man.
She's a badass.
She negotiated it. He gave it to her willingly.
Mm-hmm.
She said she was going to take it apart.
Yeah, she did.
So, I mean, yeah, I we'll see what happens next week. But I got to be honest, it's like, yeah, all right, whatever.
How many episodes is this season? 13?
Too many. 13.
No,
apparently when this is over, we have another Star Trek show.
Right, but I think Prodigy will start by then. Should. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Aren't you glad the ship was the Voyager, not the Enterprise? Because that would have freaked you out. If they say, "Oh, look, there's the new Enterprise Z."
To be honest, one of the ships kind of looked like Picard's last Enterprise from Nemesis.
Oh, the E?
The E. Yeah. What's up, E? If you want to do Entourage for a second.
So if that was the Voyager L, how many did they go through? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. 10 Voyagers? Holy shit. It's a lot of ships with the same names.
Yep. No, I liked it. I thought that seeing a Voyager was cool. That was good. But yeah, I'm like you said. I mean, again, I liked it a little bit better. I still didn't like last week's, but I did like this one a little bit better. But again, at the end of the day, it's still far too much Michael Burnham. Maybe if you got 30% less Michael Burnham.
So what do you think the big storyline is going to be this year? The mystery of what happened to Starfleet, the burn. That's the whole. Yeah. They're going to find out at the very last episode, and that'll be the cliffhanger there.
They said 11 Voyagers, apparently, according to Mario.
Oh, yeah.
So
this one goes to 11.
They changed the alphabet.
Whatever.
I don't know, because then you got season 4 being filmed right now, so we can only assume that they're still in the 31st century because they never came back.
I wouldn't have. Well, God only knows. We'll see. I think it'd be smart to keep them in the 31st century.
I think so. I would do that.
But I don't know. And also, again, the whole all the spore drive. I think Michelle Yeoh, if they are going to go back to the mirror universe, they're going to use the spore drive again, because even though he's like no one's crossed over, nobody else has the technology that the spore drive had, and that's how they crossed over in the first place.
See, that'd be a smart play, and that'd be the way to go. I mean, smart as far as script writing and storytelling. That's the way you pull it off.
Well, without the dilithium, what are they using to power the ships again? Didn't they say?
Yeah, poop.
Well, no,
Space poop.
because imagine if you
Dark
had
matter. They said it. Dark matter.
Oh, that's right. Oh no, you're talking.
Oh, I just let some dark matter go. There we go.
And now I'm thinking because they were talking about Giotto in the Dark Ages. Are they saying that they're basically in the Dark Ages now because they don't have dilithium, so they can't?
Yeah, it's the
color.
burn.
So they're stuck.
Yeah,
They're like,
look at you. You picked up on the metaphor. Look
No,
at
but
you.
I know, but I'm just saying, is that really the story that we're going with? That's it.
Apparently,
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sitting there today going, huh? Wow. Star Trek's just stuck in the mud for the last
God.
140 years. They're just sitting there, nothing to
I'd
do.
be smacking if we were sitting next to each other watching this and you said that. I'd be smacking you like Mo hits Larry. Yes, Grapehead. What are you saying?
No, it finally dawned on me today, like, oh, I get it now. They're not going anywhere. There's
That Rubik's Cube head of your mind, sir, as it clicks over and, hey, look, he's got a row of green.
This show is basically about people that have run out of gas.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How appropriate. It's like the Road Warrior. There's no more fuel. They're all fighting amongst themselves. Even though we have other races that we've dealt with before, such as the Traveler, who never used a ship at all and would just go through time and space like Doctor Who. And we have Gary Seven, who was a time traveler kind of guy, and whatever.
Yeah, I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I wish I had a better answer for you.
And Starfleet, who they know where the gateway to tomorrow is, the Guardian. They can't go to that planet and jump back in time and stop everything before the burn hits. There's none of that creativity involved in this show anymore. Okay. No. Just making sure we're all on the same thing. All right.
Hi, Sal. How are you?
Bunch of troublemakers. Hey.
I like Stuart's new name for the show. Yes, Star Trek Curios. Yeah, indeed.
Oh, Michael Burnham's going to lose her arm and should be badass like Charlize Theron was. And they're going to have the people being milked just like in Fury Road. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what they need? They need a main bad guy. Like the guy, like the toe cutter guy from Mad Max. They need one big central villain on this show, and they don't have one.
It's the burn.
Yeah, it was just an event. It's like, okay.
It's stupid. Again, the Romulans had their technology, and it was opening micro wormholes and stuff, and that's how they traveled. And it's like, I don't understand why, if things were that drastic. Mm-hmm. And especially given how the Federation went to help the Romulans, you would think that there would have been some sort of okay, we'll help you out or whatever. Again, where are 1,000 years later? Where are the Klingons? Where are the Romulans? Where are the big?
Why can't they go
the big
Deep Space Nine and go through the wormhole and pop up in the Gamma Quad or whoever?
Well, that's like suggesting that it's really close by, and it's not.
Yeah, they can't even get to some of these other planets because they're out of range for these guys.
Right, supposedly. Again, their way of measuring space is ridiculous because in the old days it would take like a week to get to Vulcan from wherever they were, and now with the Spore Drive they can get anywhere instantaneously. So that's kind of bullshitty. But even without it and stuff, it was just like I don't understand. Again, guys like Rob Burnett are like, dilithium didn't power everything in Starfleet or the Federation. So fine, even if the ships couldn't go, you would think there'd be a network of star bases that could still use subspace communication and be like, all right, we're all, doing whatever.
Well, if the ships were at the star bases and they blew up, because they're saying that all these dilithium crystals just like kind of exploded.
No, and think about it, because you had Zefram Cochrane, who created the warp drive without any dilithium crystals because it didn't exist on the Earth back in. Whatever. I'm getting too geeked out on this shit right now.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point that Zefram Cochrane likely created the warp drive without dilithium.
Yeah. You assume the Vulcans gave it to him when they met.
Yeah, but he couldn't go very far.
He made it to warp 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I don't know.
They mentioned that. There was some talk about that today, about when the Vulcans first met him on the date on April something. I go, well, what's happening here? They're referring back to like first contact day or something. I'm like, what's happening? So I don't know what that line was about. I wasn't paying too much attention. No, they were throwing it around. They're like, don't you remember April something is when the Vulcans first met so and so? I'm like, oh, okay. I guess. Didn't they have that episode years ago when the on Next Generation where they were going to stop using warp core because it was burning out the fuel exhaust or something like that? Was ruining the galaxy. It was like ozone layer shit.
I don't know. All I know is Franco's agreeing with Langley. I actually liked it. It was a coherent episode with a beginning, middle, and end, a rarity for this show.
See, last episode was kind of like that too. That's why I kind of liked it.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
But I definitely like this episode better than the last one. So I get what you guys are saying. But yeah, I just, like I said,
take out the Burnham. Then we'll be fine.
Take out
or just don't make Burnham such a douche.
Exactly.
A know-it-all douche. You know, man, she's again. I liked her on Walking Dead, but man,
I liked her on Walking Dead as well.
Yeah, this character,
Walking Dead Norton.
Yeah, this character just drives me nuts. Burnham drives me nuts.
Yeah, she almost drives me to drink. Almost.
Well, I drank during the episode.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, it was 3 a.m. I was drunk.
Oh, Langley has the first contact date for us.
Yeah, April 5th. Yeah. Because they were, for some reason, they were mentioning that tonight. I'm like, why? What does that have to do with anything? So, I don't know.
Good stuff.
Any other Star Trek news that anyone's aware of? I'm not.
Now that we beat that horse to death,
I bought that Shatner Shout Factory Blu-ray set. I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it because I've been busy. But and Langley also says he liked that people were calling Burnham out on her bullshit. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
quite.
Now the crew has to do that too.
No, I don't think that's going to happen because she's the best Michael Burnham of them all.
Did you guys like the Admiral's office when he walked across the gangplank and suddenly the whole floor came out of nowhere? It's like
he was sitting in a chair that was floating.
Ooh, just like Uncle Owen did in Attack of the Clones.
Nice.
He lost his leg. Yeah. I don't know. It's so anticlimactic. What are the other Star Trek podcasts yelling about? Since ours is kind of
haven't really been paying attention. I didn't for the last couple of weeks to see what they think of
how the ratings doing, Johnny, on regular broadcast TV. Do people?
I don't know. I didn't look from last week's since last week's.
I don't hear anybody talking about it, so I don't think anyone even realizes it's on.
Well, again, it's a combination of the people that likely would have watched it probably bought CBS All Access, so they don't need to watch it again. And so then, I don't know who they're. I don't understand it. I mean, I'm on the one hand, I'm glad that they're showing it on regular CBS, but also it's like, to what end? Because I don't know. It's weird. One of my old college roommates, he's been watching, and he is halfway through season 2 of Discovery, and he's watching it on All Access. And he's taking his time, but he likes it so far. And he was, it's fine. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
Don't ruin it for him.
No, I won't. Like I said, no. But I am interested in other people's opinions. And I mean, I had a show a couple weeks ago, guys, on a Saturday night with Larry Young and my guy John Price and Scott Larson. And Scott absolutely loves new Star Trek, loves it. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, I'm okay with it. He goes, every Star Trek has had its flaws. And I'm like, yeah, but, as I was watching this one guy, the Critical Drinker, very funny British YouTube critic. And he's like, look, there've always been bad episodes of Deep Space Nine or Star Trek. But if you hit a bad week, okay, fine, I wasn't crazy about this week's episode. At least I got a new story to worry about next week. And that's the problem with doing these one-story seasons. It's like, no, we're just kind of stuck in this malaise until the fucking thing ends. And we'll see, I guess. But I mean, that's the problem with this.
Yeah. See, Mitch, you said that they were stuck in the dirt. They're not. They're stuck in a malaise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're in a funk.
A morass.
And not a good funk. Not a George Clinton funk.
A morass.
A morass.
Morass.
Exactly. We need more ass. Absolutely.
When you know what a good show is? When you can remember more good episodes than bad episodes. That's a good show.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian.
There you go. Absolutely.
Not a bad episode yet.
I completely agree. It's a shame. All right. There you go. That's all we know. thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for chiming in, everybody. As Stuart Greenberg says, everybody's obsessed with genocidal maniac Baby Yoda, indeed.
Yes.
All right, we'll try again next week and see if we like it more. We probably won't. But until then, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye-bye, everybody.
Goodbye.